VSiN.com/podcasts. All right, everybody. Jeff Motley, Brendan Gaughan, podcasters extraordinaire.
Is that what we are?
That's what we are. At least I'm saying we are. Sounds good to me. We're into the group matchups. And a few things have shaken up and moved around. I'm kind of digging some of the moves I've seen. But we'll start right off in Group A. Kevin Harvick is plus 220. Denny Hamlin, 270. Ryan Blaney, 295. Brad Keselowski, 295. I'd put more of Denny Hamlin as maybe, even though he's been so strong, maybe put him as a dog in that one.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I think the fact that you're getting, number over +2 on Kevin Harvick is a pretty good number why not? Why not take Kevin?
And Brad Keselowski is the dog at plus 295. You and I have just said, momentum. I believe in momentum. I do think Brad's going to come in here pumped and ready to go, and we know how good Penske is there. So I'm not against either one of those right there. Going into Group B, Joey Logano is the favorite at 235, Kyle Busch 260, Martin Truex Jr. 260, and look who's moved all the way up to Group B, Eric Almirola at plus 325. I'm sorry, Kyle Busch, the favorite on Saturday, or 260 there, not the favorite, but 260 on Saturday.
I know which one I would not bet on.
I would not bet on Kyle.
And honestly, I think
I wouldn't bet Kyle or Martin.
Me either.
I'm going Eric or Joey.
You might bet Joey and Eric, and I'm telling you, I think you're going to win money.
You'll win money.
Both of them. I really do. I do not see.
Jeff Motley, the ultimate risk taker right there. Hey, I'm going to take 2 of the 4, and I'm 50% chance of winning.
Well, you'd still get a bigger return on investment than a plus 110 on a head-to-head.
That's right. No, you would. I don't doubt that, and Actually, I might change some of my bets right there. I might steal your mojo on that and go with Joey Logano, Eric Almirola, see how it plays out. Group C, Chase Elliott. How about this number?
How the mighty have fallen.
Chase Elliott.
And see, now I would put Chase Elliott in Group B, and
especially after
put Kyle Busch in Group C. Right?
I would have done that. Absolutely, I would have done that.
I would have flip-flopped both of those guys, and I probably would have flip-flopped the number on them.
Chase Elliott is plus 170. Kurt Busch 270, Eric Jones 345, and Matt DiBenedetto 350. Look, I've just told you about Chase Elliott, and so the reason he's plus 170 is what he's done there lately.
His history there.
What you've done lately just screams at me that Eric Jones or Matt DiBenedetto, the dog in that one, if you could do the same thing here, Jeff, but with a plus 300 return. If you think that Eric or Matt can win that group, which I do, you could bet both of them and get a better return than doing the same trick in Group A.
Well,
or Group B.
Okay, it is painful for me right now to not take DiBenedetto. So I'm really torn that I might take him. I may not take him with my picks, but boy, I tell you, it's hard not to take that one.
There's the trick that I do, because you got a big return there, plus 345, plus 350. That's nice. Group D, Alex Bowman, your winner from California, like we mentioned a minute ago. Clint Bowyer, former winner here, always run pretty well, plus 275. Jimmy Johnson, 280, and William Byron at 280. 3 Hendrick cars in that group with a Clint Bowyer Ford. I'm sorry, the Fords have just been so much better than those 3 guys that to me is the easiest pick to me would be to jump on Clint Bowyer and say.
I do like Clint there. I think too many people are putting too much in the Alex Bowman one at Fontana.
He's done nothing lately.
He hasn't. In fact, I think William Byron's run pretty well lately. And William Byron's a guy, he and Jimmy Johnson, Clint Bowyer, you got 3 guys right there who are all desperately trying to get into the playoffs, 2 who are clinging to a spot, and 1 who is seeing it get farther and farther away.
That is a group that is going to be battling for that position. That's going to be a fun one. When I talk about wanting the networks to focus on something, that's what the network. You want NBC want to get a bunch of ratings? Focus on that group, because there's a ton of people betting it. Not only do you have money on it, you're going to have the playoff implications of that group. That's a phenomenal group for just the status of our sport.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see us halfway through the race and see them running 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who knows what order.
But they would be all right there. Group E, Christopher Bell is the favorite at plus 215. A little surprise to me. Tyler Reddick plus 260, Austin Dillon plus 305, with Cole Custer plus 305. Cole Custer, the dog. I'm sorry. What bizarro world did we just land in where Christopher Bell, you have, look, Christopher Bell's run well a couple times, but Tyler Reddick and Cole Custer coming off of multiple top 10s and multiple great races. Austin Dillon off of Texas, a win, not a lucky win, held him off and won.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I make my picks here in just a couple of minutes, you're going to see a theme. And that theme is spelled F-O-R-D. And I think when you're looking at Michigan,
Toyota, Chevy.
Until a Toyota and a Chevy can actually prove they can go out there and beat them, and it's been a while. I mean, Kyle Larson was 3-4 years ago. So until a Toyota or a Chevrolet can go out there and prove that they can beat one of these Stewart-Haas Fords or one of these Penske Fords, I'm not picking against them. Not at Michigan.
Listen, Cole Custer, the dog, 305. I'm jumping on that. Group F. And Chris Buescher has returned to our Ron Flatter Group F, so it is now the Chris Buescher Ron Flatter Group again. That has fallen a long way. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chris Buescher are the favorites at plus 250. Darrell Wallace Jr. at plus 270, and John Hunter Nemechek at plus 305. That right there is volatile because Bubba has been running decent.
Yeah, he's had a couple
but then he has bad races.
He's had some bad luck. I mean,
and then he goes back. John Hunter. How many times at the start of the season did we say, "Oh my God, John Hunter's better than Christopher Bell," and was doing it?
And now they can't seem to stay off the wall.
And
I don't know if it's been all his fault, but
they keep having those things. Ricky is Ricky, and Chris Buescher just. That right there, of course, is the team swap. To me, the fun part to watch is Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a head-to-head right there. That is.
My thought is if Stenhouse doesn't make a mistake, he should win that group. But
better equipment.
But again, I'm staying away from that group.
I'm staying away from that group. I don't want any part of that. All right. We have gone through our group matchups, our top threes, our head-to-heads, our odds to win. Let's talk a little bit about last week, how we did at New Hampshire. Nobody really stellar. In the positive side, one of them really stellar in the negative side. Karina and the pit crew, once again, is the big loser.
Yep.
-5 for 5.
Can we get one of those half-second camera shots of the scowl on her face for being -5?
Well, you can't see the scowl. She's got the mask over it, though.
Yeah, she's got her mask on. So,
but so they're -5 last week. Mr. Jeff Motley, you were a -0.4. You won Hamlin in the top 3 and Blaney over Kyle Busch. I was -0.6. I had Keselowski over Kyle and Almirola over Elliott. So I got me a little bit there. You
betting the Kyle Busch on the don't line was the way to go.
And that's what we've been talking about. So with no further ado, we will start with, of course, the pit crew and Karina's picks because they are last.
Finished last.
And since she doesn't want to be on air now, by the way, we have Karina back and got to say best wishes to our producer, Isaiah. Under the weather still.
A little under the weather.
He's had some medical issues this year, and just Isaiah, we're thinking about you. We love you. Get better. Get well soon. We want you back.
But he knows if Karina keeps missing all of her picks every week, she's just going to keep coming back every week. He needs to
call her and give her some advice. Tell her how to pick these things. All right, the pit crew is going exactly the opposite of what we are. They are going with the definition of insanity. But Karina did tell me in the break that. He is going to win at some point.
Ride or die. She is ride or die. She has been dying a slow death, but it's ride or die.
She's going to ride or die with Kyle Busch at 10-1 to win this race. Was Kyle Busch 10-1? I don't remember Kyle Busch being 10-1. Was he 10-1?
Well,
holy cow, Kyle Busch is 10-1.
10-1. That's why she's
and we're still not taking him. Oh, she's cheering back there. Kurt Busch to win Group C at plus 270. Going absolutely opposite of what we're talking about. Tyler Reddick, top 3 at 12-1. Clint Boyer, top 3, 10-1. And Ryan Blaney over Kevin Harvick at plus 130. Wow. I don't think they listen to the show.
That's okay. That's okay. They each get to make their picks. So.
I get to go second today.
Go slowly because I have to write your picks.
Okay, I'm going slow. I will go
Although we only have 2 minutes. 3 minutes left.
I'm going to start in the top 3s and go Matt DiBenedetto, 10-1. Like you said, we got to have a Matty D in there every week because he's just been too strong. Him and Eric, I got to have at least one of them on something. Then I'm going to go to head-to-heads. I'm taking Joey Logano over Ryan Blaney. I like that. It's plus 110, and I just think Joey is too good. I'm taking Chase Elliott, plus 120 over Martin Truex, and I'm taking Eric Almirola, plus 120 over Martin Truex. I'm on the don't line on Martin Truex this week. And then I'm going to go to Group E and do Cole Custer to win Group E. Cole has been, of that group, he's been a little bit better than Tyler Reddick. Austin's got the win, but not been running as strong as Tyler and Cole.
Well, you and I definitely have been thinking on the same wavelengths. I can't even get the word out. I really like Matt DiBenedetto as a top 3 as well, but I did not roll the dice and pick him. I am going to agree with you and go Eric Almirola over Martin Truex Jr. on the plus 120. And then the rest of my picks, I'm going to go all into group matchups. I'm not going out on a limb, but I'm going to take Kevin Harvick with the plus 220 to win Group A.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like the number. It's a bigger number than plus 110 on a head-to-head.
Yes,
so,
it is.
It's against 3 other guys, but I think he's got a good chance for that. I'm going Group C, and this is where I'm going to take my Matt DiBenedetto pick. I'm going to pick him at plus 350 to beat those other 3 guys. I'm going to go Clint Bowyer at plus 275 in Group D. And then I totally agree with you. I'm also going Cole Custer at plus 305 in Group E. I like the Fords. All 5 of my picks were Fords. And, again, a Toyota or a Chevrolet is going to have to prove that they can beat the Fords before I go against them.
Ford. I got one Chevy in there. I got Chase Elliott in the Chevy. So I did go one Chevy in it.
4 out of 5. So,
but he's against Toyota. So.
Well, there you go.
And Karina, she's
got
a
Bowyer.
Toyota, a Chevy, a Ford, and 2 Fords head-to-head. So.
2 Fords head-to-head. Well, can't lose that one. At least not the Ford battle.
Well, Mr. Motley, remember everybody, that is just race number 1 on Saturday at Michigan. So for Sunday, if there's a couple guys that have a wreck early, some problems that happened that were running well, you can put them back in your deal. But take that lineup from Saturday. I'm telling you, it's going to be similar. But bet heavier Kyle Busch Sunday over Saturday.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I like Kyle Busch to have a much better run on Sunday. Don't know if I'm going to pick him to win, but I think he's certainly capable of a top 3 on Sunday. He gives him his practice that he's been wanting to get. So we'll see what happens.
I will be in studio with you next week before the Daytona debut of the Daytona
You're
Road
excited.
Course.
I know you are. We're excited.
And then the Mighty 62. And you cannot tell me that this was a fluke and any of the rest of the stuff because it's road racing. I'm going to go kick some butt. We're going to talk to you about it next week on Gone Racing. Thanks for joining, everybody.